Yardy hearties, welcome back to another map making video slash Mobacraft. So today we are back in the world, we're on the server. I am today on the blue team. We do not like that, so we're gonna go change that. Okay, the arrow went all the way. So yeah, today we are going to work on setting up the jungle. Setting it up. So last episode we designed I explained a little bit about the design of each of the jungle creeps themselves, or kind of each singular jungle camp. So now we're gonna just mass duplicate it, which I've already done. But let's actually teleport to the map and I'll show you this. We're going to work in a very similar way as we did with the towers, which I already showed you in episode 8, I believe. 8 or 7. I can't remember exactly what episode it was. But let's hop over here. So this is how the jungle is going, is how I'm going to do it. We're using the sign filter, command block sign filter, as we did with the towers. And we have 4 or 5 signs depending on the camp. So we have the standard camp, which has 4 signs. So we have the central location, which is actually 1 block down, and that is going to detect that there is a spider in the camp. So that, and it's also going to do a lot of stuff. It's detecting, it's the coordinates of the area around here. And that's very important, that it is the area. So we know everything that's going on, or that we want to know inside this area, we can figure out. So we have those commands. We're going to use that a lot. So that's jungle 1 center. So this is the first camp. And then we have jungle 1 spider 1. And that will, why we have spider 1 is going to be obvious in a few moments. But we have jungle 1 center, jungle 1 spider 1, jungle 1 glass. If you remembered, we had a block here that changed from a glass pane to a glass block, denying access to the jungle camp if the spider was not there. So that is going to be that coordinate, and this is going to be the jungle 1 teleport, which is going to be when you kill the creep, you get teleported outside the area, and that is going to be this coordinate. And the only difference here is that we have the jungle 3 center, so number 2 is over there, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. So this is camp 3. This is a buff camp, and the reason for that is that there are 2 spiders. So we have the center here. It's not actually the center, but it will do. We will detect a person out here, but we are not actually looking for persons, so it won't actually bother, and it's only if you're pressing against this block, and there's no point to do that because it won't do anything for you. Was there a sound in the background? New music! Oh, I had no idea that there was new music. I'm so sorry. I just got completely lost because I just heard that little sound in the background. Well, anyway, the only difference here is you can see the jungle camp 3 center. And then we have jungle 3 spider 1, jungle 3 spider 2. That's the difference. We have 2 spiders. And then we have the jungle 3 glass, jungle 3 teleport, and it works exactly as the other one. And all the other camps work the very same, and here is the other buff camp. So you can see here you have the jungle 2 spider 1, jungle 2 spider 2. So that is how it's going to work. So if you go check out, jump down, thank you. So if we go check out the don't glitch on me, you ugly stuff. So if we take a look at the prototype, we have here test for an entity. We're not testing for players, at jungle camp 1 and center. So that is the center point, the one that was below. So J1Z. And we have 4 because it's a 4-block radius. It's most likely 4 blocks radius on every single one of them. I have tested most of them, not all of them, but they are similar. So if some of them don't function properly because the area is wrong, then I'll fix that later. And then we're detecting a spider once again. So this is where we use the J1C. This is the buff. If you defeat a buff camp. So the first camp is obviously not a buff camp, so this block will be destroyed. We'll see. This is the real buff 1 or camp 1. So that will not be there. So what we're doing effect at 1 player. So at P will always only select 1 player that is the closest to the actual coordinates. And here we're choosing the J1C once again. And we're just giving him resistance for 2 minutes. I have no idea what the buffs are actually going to be. But one of them is probably going to be strength. And one is going to be resistance or regen. Anyway, so that is the J1C once again. Over here we have the set block glass. So that's the jungle 1 glass coordinate, where we do set block Minecraft glass. And then the signal goes through here, powers this block, which activates this, which teleports 1 player. This is actually tricky. What if another person jumps in as well? I did not think about that. So maybe we'll have to do this. Or not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see in the future. Anyway. Let's see. J1C. So that's the center again. And then J1T to the... So we're teleporting from the area inside the jungle creep area. And outside of to the jungle 1 teleport. I'm sorry, I just got completely lost just because I figured this thing out. But I think I'll actually leave it like this, because the respawn timer is pretty short. And the way you can do, the best way to counter jungle is to jump in, kill the creep, stand as close to the center as possible, and force the other guy to be locked inside for a while, for like 30 seconds. That would be awesome. That would be pretty cool. That's a pretty cool counter jungle mechanic, so I think I'll actually keep that. Anyways, then once you've got teleported outside, the respawn timer sets on or sets off, and once it's done, and this torch turns on, and okay, this one does not get activated at the same time as this. They are separated since the block is powered, which secondarily is powering this. There is no power going across these two. So we have the torch, which is set block J1G, so the glass jungle camp 1G, and it sets it as a glass pane, which means you will be able to get into the jungle camp again. Then we have here summon spider J1S1, so jungle 1 spider 1. And that is the reason why in the camps where there is only 1 spider, we still have the 1, so I won't have to go around and remove the 1 in every single command block. It just makes it easier for me. And the spider has resistance 3 and the attribute knockback resistance. So you will have to fight the spider. And I thank you so much, the Sarcasm Lord, if I remember correctly, which tipped me off this. The knockback resistance works like a charm. Hopefully I get to show you later. And then we have a copy of the other spider command, but it has Jungle Camp 1, Spider 2. So those are all the commands and all the places where we use these short terms. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through all the command blocks. And so let's do the first one. So the only thing I'm gonna do is change the 1 from 2. So this is now the second jungle camp. So we'll leave that in because it is a buff camp, and this is everything I'll have to do. It is boring. I have to do it manually, and this is stuff you'll have to do if you're gonna make a map yourself. It actually has both, so I'll change those as well. I wish there was something you could do that you could just search for like the number 1 in command blocks and just change them to number 2, but that could backfire a lot. So now we change this, so this will connect to another jungle camp. Now I just have 10 more to go. Woohoo! So I'll see you guys in a second. And there we go. So a little bit has been added, a few stuff. It's now probably working. I haven't really tested it out yet, but I'm gonna do that. I have changed. There is one thing I have yet to change actually, and that is the timer on these guys. They need to be 6450, 6450. Okay, so now the timing is right. The buffs have gotten a decrease in their respawn timer up to 3 minutes, which is a big increase, but that is because the buff lasts for 2 minutes. So I want there to be a duration where you don't actually have the buff or have the ability to have the buff, so so that you don't just always have the buff, because that might become a little bit overpowered in the end. And that also leaves some time for the other jungler or the other team to actually steal that buff from you, because if you take the camp and you then look at how long, let's say if I had a 2-minute respawn timer, then I had an automatic clock that always told me when it would respawn. So just a little bit of balancing there. We have, when the map starts, there is a redstone block being put right there above this one, which will power all of these jungle camps, I guess, yeah. And there's one over here that will power these jungle camps. And there is a redstone block that gets placed and then a few ticks later removed from here, which will send a redstone pulse throughout this line up to these torches. So these torches will turn on, then turn off, then on, which means that all the spiders will spawn. Now the reason there are half slab here is because if I would take a lever, the signal won't actually backfire and cause the other other spawns or other camps to respawn, because in a buff, for example, there are quite a few hopper or items in the hoppers, and the possibility of the signal actually going around and powering another camp is too high to just leave. So I put in some slabs to fix that. Otherwise, we have put in the doors. So these are not panes. These are definitely not panes. That will be fixed. That will be fixed. Are all of them glass blocks? All of them are glass blocks. This is a side effect I did not know. Why are they all glass blocks? Tell me why. Tell me why. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that. Oh, I guess all the command blocks got updated. Oh, yes, because first the spiders are killed, then these are turned off. So yeah, that's obvious. Okay, yeah, so they're going to turn to glass, and then when the spiders actually spawn again, the glass blocks will turn into panes again, and we can enter, as I showed you in the last video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna hop here. I'm gonna hop into survival, and we're gonna try this bad boy out. And I am really hurt. Effect 10, 1, 10 is the standard. At P. I wish if you didn't say anything, it would just assume it was yourself. So anyway, we're starting the map. Let's try this. I'm gonna be starting at my blue buff, which is resistance. So let's get in here. Oh, that's hacks. That's hacks. Hacks. I hacked. I shouldn't be able to hacks. Resistance, yes. And now I can't enter. Yes, this is awesome. Can I hacks here? No, I can't hacks here. Die. You know what? I think I'm gonna take my red buff. I think that's a good idea. A little bit more damage. And he saw me. I could have hacked there. Ooh, don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! I'm gonna take a potion. Oh yeah, it's a drinking potion. Woohoo! And then we go in here to kill this spider, and he's dead. So yeah, the farming's going well. I don't know how much I farmed, but I've taken both the buffs and a few more camps. I'm lost. Here I am. Getting lost on my own map. So let's see. This one's I haven't taken this before, so it's not back up. It's this one. This one's back up. This one I've taken before. So let's see. The buff's not going to be up yet. It's going to be down for a while. Oh, this one's already up. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Because I can really easily just run around. Let's see if any others are up. Let's see if this one's back up again. No, it's not. Is this one? Yeah, this one is up. So this one should be up any second. I just want to see so they don't get spawned up too soon. And this one's already up. The blue buff's already up. Okay, so that's too soon. Okay, so I need to add more there. I need to time what's actually 2 minutes and what's not 2 minutes. So you couldn't just take... Yeah, it's been down for 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes because my calculation was way it was really far off. Anyway, this seems to work so well. It's amazing. I love how the jungle works. It works like a charm. So what we need to do, let's do this. Game mode 1. We're going to and just see the glass panes change. Oh, the glass panes changes and everything and just resets. Everything just resets. The blue buff didn't reset though. This one. What? The map is not reset. 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 Start. Reset. Okay, there we go. There's definitely weird. Okay, look. I've told you to die so many times. I have no idea what's going on sometimes with these things. They just spawn and respawn when they want to. The rebels. The rebels. I know how to fix that. No problemo. No problemo. Anyway, what we need to do until next time, or more importantly, what I want to do next time is a playtest. And the purpose of this playtest is to make sure that the jungler and the laners get around the same amount of gold, or that they can farm about the same as much. So yeah, I'll need 2 more people to do that. Now I have no doubts that the people on the Olympus server would help me if I asked them. but I do know that some of you have shown an interest in hopping on and helping me with this. I don't know if it was with something special or something like that, if you had any ideas, but I have seen a general interest in wanting to actually help with this project, which I really like. It's awesome, and so yeah, I thought I should give you your shot on coming on a episode and help me with the map all in one. So it's a super duper chance, once in a lifetime. You nothing better will ever happen to you. I can feel the hubris just jumping over me and like, ah! No, but if you want to help, you will have the ability to do this. Possibly tomorrow is when we're going to do this. So and what we are going to do is that I'm just going to set up so that the jungler actually get gold, which works the very same way as the laners. You just take the amount of spiders you kill and turn that into gold. So that is all I want to check out. So I'll need 2 laners and 1 jungler at the least. That can play on the map simultaneously and contest the farm in the lanes, and the jungler jumps around farming. If we are 4 people all together, we could have a little 2 versus 2 and pull off some ganks and kill towers and stuff like that. There's no like real mid game or late game classes, or even early game classes for that matter, but there's some small plans and stuff like that. So I'll set up like a early game tank, a early game DPS, and an early game jungler. Early game jungler being leather hat, leather boots, and a Bane of Arthropods sword. That is the early game jungler, and the tank will be iron armor and a wooden sword. And the DPS will be leather hat and an iron sword, something like that. Well, anyway, if you want to help me, post it down in the comment section below, and I'll keep in touch. So yeah, comment section below once again, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it's been a little derpy, because I'm a little bit distracted in my head right now. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I already said this once. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike and tell me why in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you next time. That was one of my weirdest outros ever. Probably. Maybe. Probably.